He goes out for a bike ride, but then never comes home. Hello, true crimerers. This is the case of Joshua Walden. Viewer discretion is advised. Joshua Walden was just 10 years old at the time of this case, living in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Described as your pretty typical 10-year-old kid, he loved being outside, playing with his friends, he loved riding his bike. He liked helping neighbors in the neighborhood cut their lawn. He was just this really helpful, good kid. It was Friday, December 8th, 2000. Josh was at his home with his sister Crystal. Crystal had just had a baby. Josh was really excited to be an uncle. And at one point that afternoon, Crystal calls out for her brother, but he doesn't respond, which was kind of weird. So she looks around the house but can't find him. He must have just gone outside to go play, or maybe ride his bike. But then nighttime kicks in. He still isn't home. So the family begins to do a search for him. When they can't find him, he is reported missing. 12 hours later, his own brother would make the discovery. Just past this little wooded area here, his brother and some friends found Joshua. He was deceased. Something that was immediately strange, especially to his family, was that Joshua was found barefoot. Josh apparently wore his shoes literally everywhere. He even wore them to sleep. So it's very odd that his shoes weren't on him and they haven't found his shoes. The coroner determined that he died from mechanical asphyxiation, which is essentially like someone had laid on top of him or something had pressed against his chest, restricting his ability to breathe. Sometimes that can happen accidentally, and sometimes it happens because someone intentionally did that. They just don't know what this scenario was here. A year after his body is found, police released some very interesting information. There was evidence on Josh, his skin, and underneath his body, as well as some of the foliage around his body, that someone had dumped acid on his body with the intent of hiding something. So this was someone who had access to acid. It would have been someone who knew that this type of substance could do what it did. Police believe that this had to have been done more than likely by someone who lived in the neighborhood or someone who frequented that neighborhood. This may have been done by someone either who directly works with acid or is connected to someone who works with acid. They would have likely gone to their garage or their home to get it. They don't think someone went out and purchased this to then do this to him, which definitely suggests, they're trying to cover up what happened. Like, this could have been an accidental death, but someone didn't want to get in trouble for it. It could have been a fellow kid, and maybe an adult helped cover it up. The truth is nobody knows, for sure. His murder has gone unsolved. But somebody did this to him. He didn't do this to himself. And someone may be hiding the someone who did this to him. And you need to come forward. If you have any information on the murder of Joshua Walden, please call 423-209-7470 or Crime Stoppers at 423-698-3333.